nowadays because people exploit forgiveness. They take advantage of people who forgive. Because if I'm an abuser, and I'll just put myself in the shoes of an abuser or someone who wants to do other people wrong. But if I'm an abuser and I do this person wrong, and I know that they're gonna forgive me, I'm gonna be like, man, this person is stupid. But here's my end. I can keep doing what I want to do to them. Yes, of course, forgive me. I love that. Thank you. If I'm an abuser, that's how I would think about it. And so, and that's another aspect. So reconciliation. So I know people will say, hey, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation, and it doesn't. But it is too often that I see people who forgive feel like they have to let their abuser or the person who did them wrong back into their space or into their life. So I rarely see people who forgive and cut people off. It's usually, hey, they forgive and they allow them back into their space or keep some kind of communication with them to some extent. And again, I will tell you, I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in any of that at all. You know, like, once you do me wrong, that is it. You won't get another chance to do me wrong. You won't get another chance to communicate with me. You won't get another chance to be in my space or my life. That is it. I'm cutting all ties with you. I won't forgive you, and you will never share a place in my life again, ever. I can see you walking down the street. I won't even speak to you. I'll walk right past you. So that's how I am on forgiveness. And again, this is on the big stuff, the major heartbreaks and betrayals. So I would really like people to know that it is not wrong to not forgive someone, because the world is going to tell you, hey, the world is going to make you feel like, hey, you're wrong for not forgiving. That's wrong. You're a bad person. You're mean spirit. Like, okay, so it just came to mind. I was watching this video of this lady. I think this was in Georgia, but like some like Confederate group had like rode in front of her kid's birthday party. Like they pretty much messed up the kid's birthday party, because they were riding through with Confederate flags and things of that sort. They were pointing guns at them. They had got out the trucks and came towards them and started threatening them and things of that sort. So, of course they got arrested, they got taken to trial and whatnot, and they got sentenced to like, I think, the two main people who were most responsible, they got sentenced to like 19 years total. Yeah, they got some time. The judge nailed them. But when I was listening to the statement of one of the ladies who, the victim impact statement of one of the ladies who attended that birthday party, she was saying, she was telling the defendants, how they affected her and her children that day. And she was like, one of the things that stood out to me was that she said, I forgive you. I'm not a mean-spirited person. And I had to pause right there because I'm like, why does you not forgiving mean that you're a mean-spirited person? Why does it have to mean that? Why can't it mean that you're human? Why can't it mean that you're setting boundaries? Why can't it mean that you're holding people accountable? Why does it have to mean that you're mean-spirited, or that you're a bad person, or that you're evil, or got hate in your heart? Something else that I've heard other people say, and I'll address the hate thing in a little bit. But why does it have to mean that? And so this goes back to what I was saying, man. I just think that people who forgive are really just weak. Like, they don't have the gall, they don't have the fortitude to hold people accountable for crossing them. They're uncomfortable with imposing consequences. They're uncomfortable with teaching people how to treat them. They're uncomfortable with saying, no, you are not going to treat me this way. And yes, I am going to hold you accountable for even trying to treat me this way. There are consequences. People who forgive don't know how to do that. And I really feel so sorry for them, because it seems like it just seems like a very poor life to live. Like, can you imagine going through life and all these people, doing you wrong, doing you dirty because they feel like they can. They see that they can because they see that you're going to forgive them, and you're going to keep allowing the opportunity for it to happen again. And so it's like, at that point, we see that you don't respect yourself, so why would we respect you? Again, coming from the mind of an abuser. If I see that you don't respect yourself, why would I? So yes, and in regards to the whole hate argument, people who don't forgive are hateful or evil. Okay, I get to thinking really philosophically about forgiveness. And one thing we know is that as humans, our Creator gave us the capacity to love and to hate. So if our Creator gave us, God, our Creator, the universe, whatever you want to call it, gave us the capacity to love and hate, what sense would it make for our Creator to say, hey, I gave you the capacity to do these two things, but you're only supposed to do one. Don't ever do the other. That's bad. I mean, to me, it would make more sense if our Creator was to rid me of that capacity altogether, rather than say, hey, you can love and hate, but I only want you to love. Don't ever hate. Don't ever hate. Like, why would you give me the capacity to hate if I'm not supposed to do it? That makes no sense to me. Like, just take away that capacity altogether. Don't even give me the capacity to feel it if I'm not supposed to feel it. So, if I have the capacity to love and hate, then I would think, hey, that I'm supposed to feel both. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That follows logically. So again, I don't understand, what the gripe with people who don't forgive is, or even what the gripe with people who hate is. If someone hates another person, I would think more times than not they have a reason to. You're not supposed to love everybody that you come into contact with. That's impossible. One, because there is too much distinction between us as human beings for us to like and love everybody, or even for everybody to like and love us. That's just not possible. And people who go around acting like you're supposed to like and love everybody and everybody's supposed to like and love you, it's just so fake. It's so fake, and I hate it. I really do. I hate it. So, yeah, I just really want people to embrace not forgiving. You don't have to forgive anyone. You don't. And it does not make you a bad person. It makes you human. It makes you a person who can hold people accountable. It makes you a person who has boundaries. It makes you a person who has dignity. It makes you a person who has self-respect. And all of those are good things. So don't ever allow someone to make you feel like you not forgiving is a bad thing. Or to try, don't ever let them condemn you because you don't want to forgive. You know, the way I see it, if you got a problem with me not forgiving, well, F you. and that's it. That's as simple as I can put it. F you. I don't care. You got a problem, you're just gonna have a problem. But yeah, those are my thoughts on forgiveness. At least all that I have right now. If I come up with some more thoughts on it, I'll make another video. But yeah, I just had to come out the gate swinging because that is a topic that I feel very, very strongly about, forgiveness. And if I had a family, if I had children, I would never teach them that. You don't have to forgive anyone. You don't have to forgive or reconcile with anyone, not even me as your parent. If not forgiving me and moving on without me for something that I did is what's best for you, then you do that. And don't ever let anybody else tell you otherwise. So yes, that's my thoughts on forgiveness. Again, thank you for listening. And in regards to my videos, I don't have any camera equipment or any of that good stuff. So I'm just going straight, from the phone. So please bear with me in my bootleg videos. I hope I can get better over time. But as of right now, I'm like the older folks trying to figure out how all this new technology works. so bear with me. But yeah, thank you for listening. And if you have a thought that you have a perspective on this, you agree, I want to hear it. But I'll see y'all later. Thank you.